Welcome. My name is Brandon. Please join me on this tour of the two downtown malls in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Let's start with White Bear Mall. I learned about this mall when I went to meet my parents for gelato at Orso Bianco down the street in August 2022. I literally parked in front of the mall's entrance thinking it was just another shop. I was thrilled on the return to my car to see a giant White Bear Mall sign. Another mall to explore, I thought. Unfortunately, it was a Sunday and the mall was locked, so I returned a couple of months later. There's not a lot of history I could find about this mall. I have heard locals once called this the Linden Mall. Linden Pharmacy was located where the Sassafras health food shop is today. I do not have a date of the mall's opening, but I know it was in existence as far back as the 1970s. From the footage, we can see that David Edwin's is closing. This store has had a long history starting in 1942. It was originally located in downtown St. Paul at the corner of St. Peter and 6th Street. It spent several decades there and then several decades in Harmar Mall. The store then moved around to other suburban spots before moving to White Bear Lake in the Avalon Mall. It moved one final time to the White Bear Mall in 2019. It closed its doors at the end of 2022 after 81 years in business. So, that's White Bear Mall. Rather than end the video here, let's head over to the nearby Avalon Mall. Avalon Mall doesn't look like a mall at all. It started as the Avalon Theater in 1928. People say the auditorium of the theater was gorgeous, with a ceiling covered in painted stars. Unfortunately, all I have been able to find about the theater's interior are people's memories. All photographs are of the movie theater's exterior. The theater changed ownership several times. It eventually became the White Bear Cinema in the 1970s, before closing in the early 1980s when it was remodeled for office space and retail. It was rebranded as the Avalon Mall. The mall chugged along for nearly 3 decades until trouble hit in 2008. But it wasn't a lack of retail or the financial crisis of that year that caused the tenants grief. In April 2008, construction began on a new restaurant west of Avalon Mall. During excavation, crews discovered that the back of the mall had no solid foundation and had started sinking. A large crack appeared in the side of the building. All tenants were evacuated and locked out of the mall for several days. A backhoe was propped up against the building to keep it from sinking further. A month later, the mall reopened with many businesses returning. However, tenants located at the northwest end of the mall had to find new homes due to the damage. I had a delicious cupcake and cup of tea from Vegan East. I was planning to recommend people visiting White Bear Lake check out the bakery at Avalon Mall, but when I returned to capture more footage, I learned the bakery was moving to South Minneapolis into the former QC Pizza location. QC as in Quad Cities Pizza. Okay, this tangent is starting to go on its own tangent. If I ever get back to the Quad Cities malls, I will talk about their pizza then. Let's get back to White Bear Lake. I start many of my videos with the history of a town, but with White Bear Mall being so tiny, I dove right into mall history. The town of White Bear Lake had only a few thousand residents until it grew to 12,000 in the 1960s, and then to over 20,000 in the 1970s. The population has settled around 24,000 residents today. Downtown White Bear Lake is really adorable and geared towards tourism. It has a ton of local mom and pop shops and restaurants. Even on a snowy 20-degree Fahrenheit day with temperatures slowly dropping, the town was busy with visitors. Oh, I spy an elevator. If you have been following my channel, you know what that means, right? Time for a little adventure. Did you know there are YouTube channels dedicated to elevators and escalators? I can't make fun of them. Here I am recording them all. And here's our ride. Talk to you again upstairs. We have already walked down this hallway in both directions, so through the magic of editing, let's jump downstairs and head outside. I hope you enjoyed these 2 malls in White Bear Lake. Did I miss one hiding amongst these old buildings? Please let me know. And with that, let's go enjoy this winter wonderland. Here is a little more footage from October. I wasn't going to refilm this in December. Brr. I hope you have a great day. Take care.